has done whatever they wanted to do, and it's my turn. It is my turn to think about me, to worry about me, and only me, and nobody else. And I like it that way. Welcome to my channel, She Glow. We come here and glow, baby. That is on what? That is on who? That is on motherfucking period. And we're back. And I'm going to be talking about something that is very vulnerable. But let's get into it. Y'all, when I tell you it ain't even been a full month into the new year, and it's just shit happening left and motherfucking right. Like, what the hell? Many of you that have been following me, or maybe you're new to following me, if you've been on this channel, if you go through this channel, then you will see that I have been through a lot of crazy things in my life, whether there was things with myself, in my relationships, just a lot of madness. And being that I am in therapy and I am navigating through a lot of things that happened to me, I've been able to really come to terms with a lot of things. I had a conversation with Spirit, and I said, Spirit, please show me anything that my eyes are not willing to see. And I was shown that. I do want to say that I want to be accountable for my actions because I am an adult. However, I believe that if you want to fix certain issues, a lot of times you have to get to the root. And that's what I want to address. I kept wondering why I was attracting and avoiding women, or women who I felt like navigated in narcissistic traits, narcissistic behaviors. And I just kept meeting them. And I was like, okay, bitch, it's you. It's you. It's you. You the problem. And I'm not saying that I'm asking for that, but I'm entertaining it. And it is something in my energy that is not like, that is pulling on this. There is something in my energy that likes this, right? And I need to figure out what that is. Like many people, but my family specifically, very dysfunctional, very distorted. And when you let a lot of shit that your people do slide, regardless of how fucked up it is, that shit, of course, will follow you into your relationships. That's what it did for me. No matter how bad things may have been in my family, no matter what has happened, it's just swept under the rug, and everybody just has to continue like nothing happened. And I personally believe that that shit drives you insane. It feels like you're not living in reality when you know that things are happening or not okay, but nobody is saying anything, and then everybody wants to pretend like everything is okay when it's not. Very surface level conversations, just no connection on my end, at least. I decided to go no contact with my family. Me and my mom was having a conversation, and she blew off some money, and she called me and she needed some money. And I wasn't upset with her by her needing the money. I was upset because I feel like this is something that she has always done my entire life. She makes these very drastic decisions, especially when it comes to money. And then she expects people, me, to pick her up, to help her, to make sure she is okay, although she has not did the same for me. Now, when I first started going to therapy to talk about the relationship with my mother and trying to heal that, because I do date women and I want to build genuine friendships with women, and I was not getting good things. I was getting toxic energy from friends and women that I was dating. And I'm like, what is it that is drawing this? And it's because the very women in my life are just like that. They're toxic, they're manipulative, and they're very narcissistic. Now, going to therapy and talking about my mother and the things that happened to me as a child and how that has affected me, I came to a place where I forgave my mother and I accept her exactly as she is. I took her off that pedestal, and I got to see that this woman is not just my mama, right? She's human. She has her own thoughts. She has her own feelings, all of that good jazz. But see, this is where the issue comes in. When you decide to forgive somebody for things that they have done, their current behavior cannot be in the same space. I have forgiven you and I have accepted that this is who you is. Now, when I was a child and I did not have an option and I didn't have any choice but to be under her care, regardless of what she did, then that's one thing. But me as a grown ass woman should not have to still be dealing with the same shit that got me in therapy in the first place. And that's where I draw the line. My mother is a very transactional woman. And anytime that lady is on my line, it's because she needs emotional support or money. Or she wants to use me for something. For something. And I had to ask myself, why do I want to continue a relationship with her? And I thought maybe it was the guilt. My mother is old and she's sickly. She has a lot of health complications. And so in my brain, I'm like, well, if she dies or something happens, like, I don't want to live knowing maybe I could have been there and then I wasn't. And I'm just going through all of these crazy thoughts. And I had to stop myself. Me and my mother do not have a relationship. We never have. It has always been surface. We don't even really say I love you. And if we do, it's very awkward and quiet before it even fucking happens. I'm serious. So I'm just like, what exactly am I holding on to? This idea of a mother? This idea of someone that I wanted? Because I did. When I was young, I would daydream all the time about what it would be like to have a certain type of mother. I would see women on the TV screen and I would just wish that I was adopted and one of these women was my mama. But unfortunately, that's not reality. My mother is stunted and she has never held space for me, my emotions, or my thoughts. It has always been about her. And it is one of the reasons why when I went into these relationships, I went in trying to prove my love, trying to show that I'm worthy of being loved. And you never should have to do that. Like, you're worthy all on its own. You don't have to prove to somebody that you're worthy of love. A person being able to see how you navigate, seeing your character, do you have integrity and honesty? You know, like, they'll want to do that if they want to do it. But you should never have to work for love, to prove yourself to be lovable. Not even just my mom, but my family. They like the idea of things looking good than actually being good. And I feel like that shit caused me a lot of like confusion and self-doubt within myself. I think it warps your mind because you're being told that things are one way when your body feels differently, when your mind and your spirit and your soul knows that something is wrong, knows that something isn't okay. But you have these people still want to put on a show. It's almost like losing your mind and everybody around you is just like, well, I'm sane. I don't understand why you're losing your mind when you are literally seeing everybody lose their mind. You're watching everybody lose it. But because you're losing it and you're saying, hey, I'm losing my mind, now everybody's like, everybody's safe but you. And because I tolerated and accepted my toxic ass fucking family, I mean, when it comes to my relationships, whether that's platonic or romantic, it was just always some type of toxicity going on. And I'm just like, why am I attracting this shit so heavy? I just really came to a point where I said that I want to find my own way outside of my family. I need to know what it looks like for Shakira without my family being a part of that. I just don't want them a part of that. You know, I think when I was young and all that shit was happening to me, nobody wanted to help. And that's what it is. But now that I'm an adult, I'm a grown-ass woman, everybody has these thoughts and opinions and what you should do and how you should be and this and that, as if motherfuckers haven't already lived their life. Everybody has done whatever they wanted to do. And it's my turn. It is my turn to think about me, to worry about me, and only me, and nobody else. And I like it that way. The point of me making this video is to say that I know a lot of people out here may be going no contact with their family, going no contact with people that they love, that they care about. The shit is hard. Okay, I will not lie. I did cry. But I also feel like, why am I crying over spilled milk? I have already made a decision. It is what it is. And there's no need for me to be sad about the shit. I've been sad long enough. I also want to say that often when we truly love someone, regardless of how fucked up they may be, we don't understand that when we accept that behavior, we will most likely accept it from others. And you have to set boundaries, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, whether it's your partner, hell, even with yourself. You need to set those boundaries and stand on them. But as always, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for listening in on my fucking drama per usual. Y'all know I love y'all or whatever. So yeah, but y'all have a good night, good day, whenever you see this video. Mwah.
If I told you you were beautiful, would you date me on the regular? Tell me, would you? Well, baby, I've been around the world, but I ain't seen myself another girl like